We're back to the Opus 15 violin, doing tap tone tuning with a modified Vigdorchik play tuning method. And the way we're using Vigdorchik is we're going to use this method to make all the strips have the same frequency all over the plate and to be 198. And by the way, when it is 198, then the top plate, 176, will sound in unison. Will sound neither higher nor lower, even though they're different frequencies. They sound in unison. So that's what we want. Okay, so we're doing the strip number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I put blue tape at each end so we can keep track of it. We're sacrificing the label if we need to as we go along. I'll just replace that. And let's find the low spot, because we're going to make everything even with the low spot, and then we'll raise or lower as needed. Okay, we have the low spot here, and this is almost as low, very slightly higher. So this is low, that's low. This is highest here, and we're going to work on that area. So you just draw it in here. This is highest, and this is not quite as high. And these are low, and this is low. So take with the scraper. Remember, we're not going over the line this way because it's already tuned. If you go over the line a little bit that way, that's all right. So we'll work the areas that are highest first. Alright, so we're done. There's a real high area right in there. So keep looking at it, scrape away. Alright. Right in there, there's a little bit of a high ridge. Okay. So as I stop, I just keep looking at the area where I know was high, and I reach over and grab my scraper without looking away, so I'm not losing my focus there. Blow the dust away. See, by using the lowest part as my reference, I can hear differences. And then I just grab my scraper without looking away. Again, the overtones will change, but the bass note, what we're looking for. Right there, there's a bit of a high spot. Again, the pad I can push down onto the pad. I get my tape reference. I stay on the right strip. So this may be just a little high because of the label itself has added wood fiber. So I'm just going to take that off. Okay. Bye-bye label. Okay. So it's a little ridge right in there that's a little bit higher. So again, we're just trying to get everything all over the outline strip to be even. And if you want to say, you're wondering about the overtones, you're having a hard time hearing that, so use your wood reference tap tool. And find out, so it's getting pretty even, so let's just pick a spot. It sounds higher, sounds lower. So that'd be, say, 187.5. And pick a different spot. Go to the 187.5. A little higher, a little lower. It's bracketed. So that's how you can learn to hear the bass part of the note. Because the wood reference tap tool will help you hear that bottom bass note. Okay? So we're here, we want to be there. Okay, again, since this end of the strips, the part that's attached to the center bout is the side that will raise it. So we're going to raise it on this end, just go at about 3/4 of an inch. That's where we're going to scrape to raise this whole strip up. And again, I have a fragile area here, so I'm going to tape that down. I want to preserve that for the glue up to make it all back in one piece. Okay. Alright, here we go. We're going to scrape that area. Try to scrape the whole area evenly. All across just the strip. Alright, and if we tap across the strip, which was even, and see if it still is. Sounds like this side's a little higher, so we need to scrape a little more on this bottom edge. Let's see if it's about even. Okay, there's a strip. Even. It's still even all the way across. Okay, so let's pick a spot. This is the goal. A little above. A little above. Go a little below. Sounds a little below. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, strip number 4. Now we're going to move our tape down. When the tape gets old, we'll start with some new. So this is going to be the strip we're working on now. And on the other end of it, strip is here. Take out the old tape. So we just repeat this process for each of the strips until we've it's all even, all 198. Okay, this strip, it's very even. There's a layer right here that's slightly higher. Okay. And we're going to remark a line. Alright, here. Looks like the grain of the wood's a little different there. Probably explains a different tone. Okay, so that's pretty even across. Let's just find out what it is. Sounds a little bit low. Sounds a little bit high. So that's about 192.5. And we want it to be 198. Same thing. It's got to go up. The side's connected to the center bout is the side for raising it. Going about 3/4 of an inch. And this is the area we're going to scrape to raise the whole strip up. So. Trying to go all the way from the wall out. And eventually, if you want, we're going to erase these lines with a good quality eraser block, soft eraser block when you get done, but you can also use the stiff sanding pad, and I'm using the 150 paper here. Sounds like slightly low, but let's find out. So the gold sounds a little bit higher. It's close, real close. So, same thing, we're just going to scrape a little more. Evenly all across the strip, and we check the strip, see if one side of the strip's changed. Okay. It's a little higher, sounds higher, it's a little lower, sounds lower. Alright, so we're moving on to the next. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're ready to do strip 6. We've got about just under 4 minutes of filming time left. So, move our tape over here. Move our tape over here. Notice how the strips really change in length rapidly as you move around the different parts of the plate. Okay. So I have this nice long strip here. That's higher there. You can almost hear the label effect. Just because it adds some wood fiber right there. There's a slight spot right there. If you want, you can just take your pencil and just outline it real easy. And let's see now how it is. I'll get rid of that last vestige of the label. Just taking the label off here. Not any extra wood. Let's see if it's... Yeah, now it's even across here. Okay, we're going to reestablish this line. So we don't want to cross over it in this direction, since these are already tuned. Alright. A little high spot right in there. Now, check that out. Okay. And then just right here at the very outside edge, it kind of goes up. I think I can see it here. It's a bit raised. In fact, what we're going to do, just take a gouge, and you can see it here in the shadow. I think right here is a little bit of a hard spot. So I'm just going to reshape this right here at the edge and make that even, and then we'll come back to this on the next the continuation of the strip. Okay, we'll stop there.